Hey, Possum.
Hey, Martin.
They let us on another channel.
This was good, though.
Yeah, it's a character. And a whale. This is great.
I think they can hear us again.
Oh, can they? I don't know. I'll wait for chat to verify it. I believe in chat. They're going to be like, who is currently talking right now?
All right. Let's try this again. I see Plague. Do you see Plague?
I see Plague. I see a countdown happening. Sadly, I don't see death. Well, the eyeball died.
All right, they can hear us again. Yippee skippy.
Oh.
Okay.
Boy, have you missed the last 5 minutes. It's been great.
They have.
Yeah, we talked about waffles and what else did we talk about?
And the flags. We
Yeah,
talked about the flags.
Yeah, y'all missed that. So
we talked about how nice a person that drcossack is.
Uh-huh. Oh, wait. Atcoms, can you please confirm to chat this wasn't your fault? I'm not tech savvy, so I will blame Possum.
And I will blame Canada. So, from what I can see here, we'll kind of rehash everything real fast for y'all.
Yes.
We have an Edge. We have a Kane. We're not going to do a ton of play-by-play stuff just because the delay seems to be a little bit extreme because, at least on my end, my internet's stinky. Not as stinky as when Adam and Cup Flags first came out 3 years ago, but still pretty stinky. So, Martin, if you want to handle play-by-play, you can do that. But I'll just explain some things. So, Adam and Cup Flags...
We're swinging swords and spears, and
yeah,
a small shot is probably going to be dead soon.
Nah, she'll live through this.
You think so?
Probably. Well, maybe. I don't know. Either way, we got fast characters. They're going burr. They're going zoom.
Yep.
Basically, burr, everyone go fast, and we're going to have to do everything. So the flags themselves, you have really good loot, which is very nice for your berserkers, which are folks like Edge and Kane, you might find like Bahamut Orb or something for Rydia, but primarily you're going to want to use berserkers in this flag set. Now, I know Dr. Cossack loves his berserkers as well. We're not talking like uncontrolled Final Fantasy V berserkers or Final Fantasy VI Umaro. These are characters that you can control when they get angry and they hit things. So it's one of those things where you still have agency until you don't want to have agency, as opposed to having forced berserking. So that's what you're going to see a lot of in this. Most likely is Dr. Cossack having characters going very fast and hitting things.
Yeah, no, that's about the gist of it. So, we talked a little bit earlier about the Adamant Cup flags and how they slightly changed. One of the changes that I saw when Doc gave us the flag set was that not only are vanilla traps on, but he did start with a trap kit as well, which has some hourglasses and some other items that make these boxes a little bit easier to handle at certain points in the future.
Yeah, realistically, with the trap kit that you have and the ability to get some really nice weaponry early on for characters and some early experience, it's not a bad idea to do exactly what Dr. Cossack is doing here, which is going through Eblan Castle, going to clear out the loot, and then decide, is there a trap chest that I can reasonably take without dying? Because he does have to get those hourglasses off. Hourglasses are kind of a cheat code in this game. If it's vulnerable to stop, it'll stay stopped for like 150 turns with an hourglass too, which if you can't kill it in 150 turns, you got bigger problems. I hear a sigh.
Oh, good. I was wondering if you were gone.
Nope, I'm here.
Okay.
Are you here?
Oh, I am.
Okay.
Yeah. I followed instructions, and the instructions didn't end as I expected, so.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, I figured that was the case, but I'd do it anyways for science.
Yeah, don't follow those instructions.
Yeah, I kind of realized that as soon as I did it, so. But hey, neat, look, a trap box is gone. Oh, look, it's a power shirt.
I mean, power shirt's basically perfect for this flag set. It's not a weapon, but like it's +2 physical agility, goodness gracious, physical attack multipliers, which we may or may not get into. Probably don't need to get into it. More monsters in boxes, more hourglasses coming out.
Yep.
Burr.
Is it a surprise right now that he hasn't went to the moon yet?
No. Because like if you find a big swingy for Edge or Kane down here, the moon character kind of doesn't matter. Yeah. To answer a question from chat, why is Edge so good? So Edge in the vanilla game, you don't pick up until you're revisiting the underground. And so in the vanilla game, he starts at level 25 and he's fast. And he starts with 2 short swords and a black belt, all sorts of things. So he's quite strong, because in the vanilla game, when you get him, well, you're already 2, 3, 5, 6 hours into the game, not 8 minutes.
That's a pretty good description, I'd say. Almost seems like you played vanilla before.
One time.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
Shopping. What are we looking? Well, that's actually exactly what we're looking for.
Yeah, why is a dwarf axe good, Martin?
Because coding was great back in the 90s.
Yeah, spaghetti was better back then.
It really was. So, short version is that there's this neat thing called a back row bit that gets set when you equip a weapon that has back row capabilities, like a dwarf axe. The problem was that it's like that light switch that turns on, and then you try to turn it off and it just stays on. Then you try not to shock yourself trying to figure out, why the light is staying on. It's like that.
That's kind of weird, because, I don't have that problem when I do my own electrical work. But maybe that's just a me thing.
Well, you're the one that taught me about melting, plastic for a cantenna, so...
Okay, look. Just because you have to get creative and be a mad scientist to get your internet to work in the middle of nowhere doesn't mean you're a bad electrician. And hey, plastic welding's a thing. You're welcome. Okay. I learned you something.
But yeah, that's the short version of back row. Back row always stays on once you enable it on a character. So things like a boomerang for Edge or that dwarf axe that works great for Sid, Kane, Cecil. Yeah, no, it's just those three.
Yeah, and the thing with the dwarf axe, it is literally the only weapon that does it for Kane. So it's actually a pretty huge pickup.
Yeah.
It's one of those things where, you can't really go wrong buying that dwarf axe. It is going to pay for itself in the long run. Yes. Doc knows that. That's why he's picking it up. It's going to allow him to be in the back row with that Kane, never have to take him out of it if he doesn't want to. And, basically just let his berserkers be safe in the back row, but still do full damage to any enemy on the screen at any time, barring, resistances and things like that. But from a pure damage perspective, fantastic. And yeah, the King of Fabul was a Leviathan, and now we're going to go play around a bit with this hook, see if we turn something in or just go looking for the shops. Martin, the shops and the hook. Those are some good shops, aren't they?
Yes, we are running S standard on this. So basically the way the loot kind of breaks down is all the loot has certain tiers that it's all categorized into. S standard gives us capability of finding tier 5 items on quote-unquote underground shops, which the hook route is considered to be an underground shop that enables things like sirens, hourglasses, coffins. Poram's favorite item, coffins are a thing. And some, other tier 5 goodies that exist, like for Edge, darting drain spears is a wonderful item. Also, this does enable a gated character check, which ties a little into this flag set.
Yeah, enables gated character checks, enables
alcohol.
A lot.
How could I forget alcohol, Possum? I'm so bad.
Because the only free enterprise you have played recently has not had S standard on. It's had a less friendly flag set on, where you can't buy things like Bacchus wine. Bacchus wine is a single-use item that allows a character to get berserked, and pretty much means you don't need a white mage to let your characters hit things, which Doc will eventually buy probably 30 of those, I would say, somewhere in that neighborhood, so he just doesn't have to care anymore. One of those things where getting drunk in free enterprise is a very, very valid gameplay strategy. You don't want to be flying while intoxicated, you don't want to be driving while intoxicated, but by golly, you want to be hitting things while intoxicated if you are playing free enterprise, because you will do a lot more damage a lot more quickly.
Oh, I thought that's where flight school started. Was trying to pilot the enterprise while intoxicated.
And somehow still hitting the jig. TM.
That's true. Hey, look, random white spear. T Wildish, isn't that nice? Just open random boxes and find amazing items. I miss that.
Yes, we all do. However, Doc is going to show us who this character is, and for his sake, we hope that the character is good. It is a character that exists, and he'll, I guess, take that character into his party. More importantly, we get a peek at the boss, and that boss is some form of Mylon in the vanilla game you'd find up on Mount Ordeals. Nowadays, it can be anywhere. And in this case, it is where Rubicante would be in the vanilla game. So for those familiar with vanilla, it's not going to be nearly as difficult as that fight.
No. Oh, look at that. I'm trying to remember the last time I found a curse ring. I think it was like 2023 sometime.
Yeah, almost certainly. I mean, I find curse rings all the time, but, not in Free Enterprise.
Yeah.
And they happen to teach me X-Zone, which, if we learn X-Zone at any point in this run for Free Enterprise, I'm going to have a lot of concerns.
Oh, I was going to say we're playing the wrong game, but yes. So yeah, curse rings, why are they important? Because agility is a thing that exists, and explaining it will take way too long. But the short version is, fast characters are great in the early game, slow characters in the middle are great in the mid-late game. And curse rings slow you down by a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a pretty good explanation, I think.
Yeah, you're basically seeing what Doc is doing here with Rydia. Rydia keeps getting attacked by her own party, which you might think, oh, that's terrible. Why would we do this? Well, this Rydia being on the ground is unironically the most important character in his party. By Rydia staying super low level, and by having a curse ring on, she will make all of the late game characters go as fast as possible, as fast as the game will actually allow it. So that Rydia is actually the linchpin to making this whole thing work without getting into the math and the technicalities of it all. Kind of as Martin was explaining, it's really, really important for somebody to be your designated anchor. And that Rydia is given the designation of anchor in this particular seed. And
yes,
that's not unusual. Everyone kind of jokes about it. They want Rydia to live and do things, but her best role is exactly what she's doing right now. So very good from Doc to do that. It's going to make things a lot easier. Make sure he has no stumbling points throughout the seed.
Yeah. And, there are other methods to it. The curse ring is just, it's the easy way out of the problem. You could have left Rydia on the ground at level 1, even at her current level. I think she's level 9. She's still only like 8 agility, which isn't completely terrible to function around, but the curse ring dropping her down to 1, though, is... Yeah. Makes things very clean, very simple. If you accidentally leave her alive, no harm, no foul.
Yeah, my favorite thing is to take someone like a Rydia or a Palom, have them learn Virus, and keep them on a curse ring anyway, and have them get to exactly 0 agility, because the game gets even weirder when you throw the number 0 in there. And then that character acts as fast as anybody else, because reasons, spaghetti code. Again, it's a wonderful thing.
Hey, look, heroin rope. Oh.
Hey, look, $30,000 cat claws.
Wait a minute. Those are expensive. That's all right, though. I'm buying 2 of them. We love Wang.
Yeah, I mean, realistically, you'd want to add a White Mage and a Cecil, probably, to this party.
Yeah.
In favor of replacing Yang, but
Wait, are we not buying the boomerang? Or did we buy one already?
Maybe you already have one? I don't know.
We did not buy a boomerang. That's fine. We always realize it after the fact, like, oh, wait a minute, that can't back row Edge. Oh.
It'll be fine. Edge will be in the front row.
Time. Yeah.
Oh, we have chat wanting to know the lore behind how dropping a key in a well leads to an explosion. Terminal velocity, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It's kind of the reason why dwarves wear helmets. There's probably a sign down there that says beware falling keys. There's probably a pile of them somewhere kicked off to the side too.
It probably also says beware falling SIDS.
That also is accurate, yeah. And rock slides and, a few other things, but...
Maybe that's what it was, that it wasn't actually dropping the key that caused the explosion, but it's the SID.
That could be canon. We could make that work.
We could call it a residual effect.
No.
Yes.
No.
Look, I'm making my own canon as we go.
You do that. In the meantime, I'm gonna watch these learners go bye-bye.
Yeah, Doc handled that fight really well, actually. Yeah. Those are kind of spooky, because they can flame and do other weird and mean things. So Doc just choosing to use magic, even though he doesn't have traditional casters, he was using the white spear as an item, which is very heads up, cast basically a very baby, like, holy spell, and using flame from Edge. So making the best of a weird situation by using non-traditional mages.
Did we remember the boomerang?
It does appear.
I told you I'm a genius. Everybody does it. Like, oh yeah, I probably should have bought one of those, huh?
I've never forgotten that before.
No, at least you didn't like leave the town, get on the airship, and then realize it. That's a good thing.
I'm just glad Doc will not have to suffer through having 3 edges and 6 full moons in a Zeromus fight.
I told that story yesterday about, all those wonderful animations, and it's like, just let me out of this game.
We have Doc maneuvering through the barren waterway. This is affectionately referred to as the sewers. And honestly, it's kind of a stinky place, Baron, in general, because it's just a long walk. And, I mean, it's free, in air quotes. Like, it's not going to be a difficult fight, but it's just something you don't really want to have to do. But here we are.
Hey, Possum, you know what? I realized something.
What's that?
Looking at the flags that Doc sent us, you know what I realized?
What's that?
Witchburn isn't on.
Ooh.
It's actually a full-blown wyvern.
Well, that makes the anchoring even more important.
Yeah. Also with what might be coming on this throne, which I'm here for it. Please, just give it to us one time. Also, Senator.
Yep.
Senator
Affectionately,
Crocodile.
Senator Crocodile filibustering your seeds since 1993.
Yep.
1, 3. What year? One of those. Early 90s.
Way back then, when a lot of you weren't currently alive.
Wait, weren't currently alive. Okay, that's interesting.
Yes.
Okay. Rydia gained levels. Thankfully, it's not going to matter because of that cursor. No. Rydia not going to be gaining more levels.
I think the level gaining is over, Possum.
Yeah. Edge in the vanilla game has a crush on adult Rydia, and Edge just crushed child Rydia. So these things happen.
Terrible. So, yeah, we should talk about the alternate gauntlet, though, for people who don't know what it is.
Yeah, Alt Gauntlet is actually a really cool thing that was developed by the Free Enterprise community for the Randomizer, where basically it pulls in 5 encounters from the encounter table in any area that you are in. So anywhere a boss fight could appear, instead of getting the Fabul Gauntlet that you would fight with Yang in vanilla, you basically get the encounter 4 through encounter 8 on the table from the area that you are in. That was proposed by community member Rex Raoul many years ago now, and adopted into the community, and basically is the standard flag to run now. The vanilla gauntlet's kind of boring. The alternate gauntlet is a lot of fun, because you get to see things like aquaworms, Alekfish. You won't see them here, but tiny mages that if you try to charm will cast Fatal on your party for reasons unbeknownst to anybody. You can also find evil masks and red dragons at the Ogopogo spot. It's a really cool flag.
I like how you've gleaned over the Vamp ladies and bats.
Well, yeah, because the 2 worst gauntlets in the game at the Twin Harp and the Sealed Cave have vamp ladies and bats, and they're annoying, especially the Sealed Cave one.
Not that you have any personal experience with that or anything.
Nope, not me.
Oh, I was hoping for the 1 HP wave. Another time. Alright, what's on the throne?
I mean, I'm hoping for Golbez or Wyvern because they actually pose a threat.
Golbez would be a problem. Yeah.
Doc goes down to 6 just in case.
We call that Wyvern standard time. Huh, wonder why. No, that's not a Wyvern.
No, it's also not on the moon. So traditionally, Antlion loves to go from the cave and then just appear on the moon. Usually at the vanilla Wyvern spot, it loves to show up there. Doc going to say hello to old Googly Eyes here, and if you've never seen Antlion with Googly Eyes, well, now you can't unsee it. This Antlion looks pretty silly compared to most Antlions in most Final Fantasy games. But yeah, not going to pose much of a threat.
No. Sid's helping.
Yeah, Sid and Yang, not exactly the party members you want, but it'll work. Realistically, again, we want a White Mage, we want a Cecil to show up.
Yeah. I mean, you could get this done without healing. It'd be a little creative, but you got alcohol in a dream. What more do you need?
I mean, it sounds like a good Saturday night to me.
Right. All right, who's the character coming out and why is it Edward?
I hope it's Tella.
Oh, that's right. He exists again. He's not on vacation anymore. That's sad.
Well,
now it's the other old man.
Yeah, I can't even make Martin jokes about this one because it's competent.
See what you did there. Now, Fu's an interesting one. People played vanilla no Fu and his abilities. This flag set changes how he operates slightly. In vanilla, he comes with all his spells and everything. In this version, we make you work for it. So he starts with 500 HP and some very terrible spells. And every boss you kill gets 100 HP and 3 more spells. And eventually he becomes functional. So we won't know if he's exactly functional till Doc takes a look and sees what he came with. But yeah, he's got some varied use, both as an anchor, both as a white black mage caster. Yeah, it's been a long time since I've used him.
Yeah,
I wonder if he's on permanent vacation.
Fu is a very strong character. The discussion that we had based on Edge, where Edge, starts at level 25, you're supposed to get him at the hook route, which is, many hours into the game. You have Fu, who you're not supposed to get till you're already on the moon, which is like end game. So Fusoya starts at level 50. Comes with a sorcerer robe and a lunar staff and a diamond ring and like a wizard hat or something, like just geared to the relative 9s for what you would traditionally have, and packs a huge punch. So basically he's nerfed in the randomizer unless you unnerf him. Kind of the default setting is let Fusoya grow like other characters would, instead of just here's the seed on a silver platter. That being said, he still has Fire 3 here. He has Berserk. He has Blink. Berserk actually hitting at this HP level is really nice. Virus is also very nice. Yeah, so this Fu has some good stuff.
That's another thing a lot of free enterprise runners do. You change battle speed and then they forget. Until the next fight, you're like, oh, that's right. Oops.
The next fight? Next seed.
Okay. Sometimes you do the entire seed. Well, I hope you don't do the entire seed on battle speed 6. That gets weird really fast.
done more than my fair share of entire Seeds at Battle Speed 3 accidentally on purpose.
Yep.
Edward, fight. Edward, be strong. Water hag. Avenge Anna's death. Tella. Other things. Spoony Bards. We gotta say the line, Bart.
No.
Okay.
No.
We tried. That said, if Edward and a spoon shows up, you slap an adamant armor on that Edward, and you're gonna see the spiciest darn bard this side of any Final Fantasy IV run.
I'd call him a glass cannon, but with an adamant armor. I mean, there's a few things that still get through him, but for the most part, no, he's just a cannon. And that's a lot of fun. But hey, we're in a mirror room.
Yeah,
that could be a useful item.
It could be.
I mean, I guess you give it a foo. Sure, why not?
The nice thing about this fight, no experience here, so we don't have to worry about having Iridia do more nap time. But even though there's no experience, Fusoya still gets spells, and we saw he just picked up Cure 4, which is nice. And I think that was Lightning 3 as well. Yeah. So Fusoya is starting to have a nice little arsenal of spells to go with the relative firepower our Berserkers have as well.
I thought you were going to say the best part about that was the evil wall out of the pool.
No, because we haven't found adamant armors yet, and I would like for Doc to have some challenge here.
There's still things that can cause problems, but the list is slowly dwindling.
I know that personally I would love to see Golbez at the Murasame altar. That is one that Doc and Golbez there have a history, so it would be very fun to see that particular combination come up. Mm-hmm. Doc will curse me for even mentioning this, but you know, it is what it is. And he knew what he was getting into by inviting me to do commentary for him on this wonderful channel for this wonderful marathon.
What else could we go for? How about Baigan? Baigan
a Bahamut?
Leviathan? We could put Baigan Leviathan.
That'll work. Yeah.
That'd be alright.
So, when we say Baigan at like Leviathan spot or Cave Bahamut, you're thinking of spots, in the vanilla game, Leviathan, that uses magic. Bahamut, that uses magic. Why would we want a physical boss there? Well, there's this really weird thing that happened with programming for this game. And basically what it was that if the spot has a magical boss in vanilla, the physical attack stats get really jacked up. Like, oftentimes near max. And if it's a physical hitting boss in vanilla, oftentimes the magical stats get jacked way up. Very, very weird. But it makes for some things like Bahamut Cave being the hardest hitting spot in the game, or tied for it. The CPU spot in the Giant, the Leviathan spot in the Feymarch. All of those are tied for the highest physical damage in the game. Why? Your guess, as good as mine. It's a thing that happened, and it's kind of cool and also kind of weird.
Yeah, it translated very well for the randomizer.
It did.
Yeah. There are some things that bypass those rules, things that have like static things coded to them, but for the most part, yeah. There's bosses you do not want to see at certain locations in the game. Which means hopefully we get to see a few.
Yeah, I do hope we get to see a few, and looks like we have a Bahamut orb, so I do wonder if Doc is going to leave Iridia alive and let her be what I would call an active anchor. And I do see us learning Bahamut. I mean, where this is going.
Learning it is one thing. Getting her alive and keeping her that way is something different. Wait, are we making Wang our anchor now?
I think we are. He's at 15. All right, we have to put...
he's at 5.
He's at 5.
That's where he's at.
Basically get him one more level.
Yeah.
And then he he won't have to worry about being on, what is he, 5 agility now. It doesn't matter, Fusoya, Rydia, Yang, they can all make a perfectly reasonable anchor here. Honestly, you could even go and pick up the Sid instead of the Yang and anchor him. It kind of whatever Doc wants to do with the equipment he has, the character pool, he's going to be just fine. Looks like we are deciding that the moon is a stinky place full of stinky cheese and we don't want to go there. And it's time to go down the hook route and fight some flavor of Mylon.
I could go for some cheese.
And waffles.
And waffles.
And no chairs.
Well, yeah. Once again, they kind of all go hand in hand. I mean, it's a thing. We're not going to spoil the whole King Queen Evelyn part because that one's always a good time. We're letting y'all see that one up close and personal.
I don't know about you, but I like the concept of randomly getting punched for hundreds and sometimes thousands of damage out of nowhere at supersonic speed. Or, Dark Knight Cecil.
So yeah, well, while he's going down the hook route, we should talk a little bit about this flag set. This was, how long ago was this tournament, Possum? 2.5, 3 years ago?
3 years? Something like that.
Yeah. The idea behind this flag set when they created it was, we changed it a little for this. You notice there's 5 characters on the screen. In normal Adamant Cup, there were 4, and that was your max party. It prevented a few things. Some mechanics of the game that involved having 5 characters. But it was a time. It taught us a lot about, running short parties and, optimal ways of running things. And I seem to remember a certain individual winning that tournament. Wouldn't know who that was.
Yeah. It was a good tournament.
Yeah.
But no, that tournament was very fun. We got to show off a lot of skill expression, understanding what you can do with limited party members, like we were talking about before with Doc's knowledge of using Flame with Edge, the White Spear with Cane. Because you're, in this flag set, when it was originally made, you were running short characters. You had to know how to be very, very creative. And Doc has shown quite a bit of that already in this run. And it really goes to show you that what you might think a character could have done in the vanilla game is dramatically different than how they can benefit you in the randomizer. In early Edge, for example, just steamrolls an entire seed. So it's really cool to see.
Understanding that Palom is a force to be reckoned with all by himself.
And we see Doc is going down to battle speed 6 one more time. Just saying, I don't want to anchor yet. I'm just going to go to battle speed 6 and hope I don't get punched in the face by something repeatedly. And he is not, in fact, going to get punched by anything because somebody forgot to push the button. Is this even randomized?
Wow. I still stand behind my theory that these two need to be unlocked at some point in the future. I really want their spell power to scale with the spot they show up at.
I mean, I would love to see them, instead of casting Fire 1 and Fire 2, have like thresholds to where they might go to Fire 3.
That could be fun.
Glare.
That could be fun.
Make it potentially hurt. Because King Queen Evelyn now...
obviously Ruby's like, Flame, let me show you how. Well, maybe the parents, were holding back teaching Edge. Maybe they know a few things that he doesn't. It'd be great lore. All right, with Mylon. And does he have Meteor?
Well, we've already seen Z, so this is going to be friends.
Do we have Meteor?
We have Nuke. We have Bahamut.
No, no. Meteor's way more fun.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah. He's learned it, right? Tell me he's learned it. Tell me he's learned it. No! Terrible. It's like
Rest in
1800
pepperonis.
Meteor. Boo.
Chat saying Mega Nuke King Queen Evelyn, you know?
I mean, yeah.
I'm here for it.
Yeah.
Wyvern Part 2. Electric Boogaloo.
Also, for anybody who's seen Fu, and it's like, wow, Nuke for 6,000. That's actually a high roll for him.
Yeah, that's with a Sork Robe and a Charm Rod. He's getting 4 extra multipliers and
He
still
normally does way
barely
less.
cracking 6K.
Yeah. There was a reason why I said Palom was a force to be reckoned with. But, you know, vanilla, it's like, okay, well, Palom, yay. You might get Virus with Palom. Maybe if you grind a little, maybe you get Quake with Palom. But the game never really intended for you to get Nuke with Palom. And boy, does that teach you some things.
Yeah, I do love that the early game characters had vanilla stats basically output all the way through level 70 and beyond.
Mm-hmm.
As if someone sat there thinking, hey, we're going to grind this Tella to level 85. We're going to grind this Rydia to level 80. Well, I guess Rydia's in the final part, isn't she? That's a bad example. We're going to grind this Palom and Porum to level 85. But why? Like, what's the... Why did these... You know what? It's there. They put it all out there.
I know the answer to that question. It's because you can't count the amount of key items you have, and you do too many D machines.
Okay. There's a number of issues with that we don't need to get into.
Okay.
But Mylon and friends have been dispatched, and Dr. Cossack is going to be underground in about 42 minutes and 30 seconds, and it is, in fact, 1800 Meteor, Martin. That was Quake and Weak. So you will not get your wish for at least one more boss fight.
Why is all the fun gone? Boo. That's all right. He's an old man. It takes time to learn the good stuff. So that's all right.
Hey, Martin.
Hi.
The pitfall claimed another victim. Even with a cane who can jump.
It did.
We still fell in the hole.
It did. We did see who was at the top of tower, though. Some flavor of guards. Sitting back, relaxing. But hey, we're underground. What do we do now?
Well, we picked up the Falcon. So we had the Enterprise, now we have the Falcon. I kind of feel like we're ripping off a certain franchise. Anyway, yeah, we have airships.
Yeah. Where are we going? I say turn the pan.
I say Feymarch.
And immediately proven wrong.
Yeah.
Is he going to open boxes?
No.
See, this is why the whole vanilla trap thing was a thing. We know exactly where the mimics are in the game. So if you wanted to, you could open like every box, except for the very specific ones. Oh, that box on vanilla traps is so nice because it's not a trap chest. You turn that flag off, and I swear every time I touch that chest, it's always Mantis.
Ooh, silk webs. Oh, no silk webs.
Not necessary.
Not necessary, though, yeah.
Not in this flag set. Not with an anchor. Nope.
Ooh, tiara and rune rings.
Tiara is very necessary.
Yeah, if Rydia is going to be part of this, and I think there's a little bit of for the fans going on here with this Rydia, but also, it's not. Bahamut's still a thing.
It's an AoE sweeper.
Yeah.
Like, you run in Mega Sisters at the wrong spot, and hey. She's helpful.
Tiara is an extra 10 wisdom which is 2.5 spell multipliers, and gives dragon resistance, and gives lightning resistance. It's pretty ridiculous. Buying double full moon for Edge, a man after my own heart. We referenced 3 Edges and 6 full moons earlier. Get 'em, Doc.
I got nothing. If we start seeing, okay, that's not completely terrible.
It is interesting that Sparkle
Yeah, that
could
could
be doable, but also could be Ogopogo.
Well, we know Plague is gone, and we know Lunars are gone.
Right. Like, if it's Pale Dim, it's fine. If it's... Oh, no, it's not.
3 left
summon.
could be trouble.
Yeah, I think leaving is fine there. Come back much later.
All right, now we're doing the pen. You know, Possum, this brings up one of my favorite pastimes of this game. Casting Exit on a damage tile.
Yes.
Yeah.
I just like it for the sound.
I do. I still to this day believe that that's a cast iron pan, even though it makes a very loud ping sound.
I would love if you could replace the ping sound with Not the Mama.
Yeah, I could. I would work.
That's another reference that a lot of folks aren't going to get, is it?
No. That's okay, though. Hey, we're shopping. And we have a twin harp.
No, I refuse to acknowledge the existence of the twin harp.
Okay.
The harp cartel. They will never have agency over me.
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh.
What do you have against the twin harp?
Well, you see, what happened
was... Okay, that's story time. Let's hear
it. The person who introduced me to this game was someone who put a lot of the harp songs into the pool. So I wanted to selfishly hoard all of his work, so I got to know the songs that were put in the pool, and no one else did. So that's why I want people to fade the harp, so I can selfishly know all of the cool things.
You didn't like sharing as a small child, did you?
No, I had 3 siblings. I shared enough.
Oh, okay.
And it mostly wasn't by choice.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. What's yours is mine, and what's mine is mine, and yeah. Oh, we're going to the toilet.
Yes.
So to this day, I still question what you had to do to get this job.
Guarding the dwarven toilet.
Yes, I really wonder what you had to do. Someday we'll know the answer.
I don't know that I want to know the answer to that question.
Look. HR manuals are written for a reason, and usually it's all the dumb things that other people did. I want to know what that dwarf did so I know not to do it.
That's fair. That's fair. Maybe it's some sort of weird homage to the caste system. Probably not the case at all.
Probably. Oh, but hey, look who it is. This is dangerous, by the way.
Yeah, this is dangerous because of that whole magic thing you were talking about before, where if the spot doesn't have high magic or doesn't have a magical boss in vanilla, you think it doesn't anyway, it should be fine. It's not. Because in vanilla, this is the dolls fight.
Yep. I affectionately call this half of an Ogopogo, because that is about how powerful this thing is.
Yeah, so the weird thing with this spot in particular, and why Golbez's magic isn't going to do a lot here, but one spot later, which would be its vanilla spot, won't do hardly anything, is because in vanilla, the Calbrena fight, when it forms into a big doll, it needs to have enough magic stat to make sure things like glance land, or the counters when you use elemental magic on it. So what happens is that magic stat, which is juiced up for basically no real reason other than make sure these random spells hit, now translates over to Golbez, who can be an absolute meanie. Now thankfully, this spot has super low agility, so it's slow, and our characters are fast. So Doc will be fine here, but if he doesn't Starveil and doesn't put a wall up, he will die. There's no two ways about it, he will just die.
Pretty good explanation. Hey, speaking of the dolls and glance, though, have you ever tried using a Moonveil?
I know that is your favorite soft lock in the game.
It really is. It's the fight that never ends.
It just goes on and on, my friends. I don't think we can say any more of that or we'll get DMCA'd, so...
Probably. I don't know. Wait, do they work weekends?
Do they work at all?
That's actually, yes.
You shouldn't poke the bear, my bad.
Yeah, oops. Alright, Edge, have a turn. Okay, maybe. There we go. You know what the great part is? This spot has 8,700 HP.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, that's good job, Fu. We're proud of you. Way to go. Get deleted. Aw, he had armor on.
It's Virus. Now Lit 3, which is about to come out.
Yeah.
Oh, I like it. Doc is casting Lit 3 while Gold... Oh, no, he has Virus. Okay, Cursor was doing weird things there. But yeah, Golbez goes down. Doesn't get to fire off a Lit 3, which would have done probably 3,000 there, I want to say. Maybe a little more than that. So, Fusoya lives. Edge lives. We learn Medio and White.
The important spell. Oh, hey, neat. Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Oh, no.
Possum, there are a lot of old men on my screen right now.
Mm-hmm. I mean...
I think Radia's back to being the anchor.
Or it could be Fusoya number 2 as the anchor.
Could be. Hey, that brings up a valid point on what you were talking about earlier about characters going like level 85, etc. You know how they say, you know, like people get better with age? Fu doesn't.
True. Fu is not a fine wine.
No. Level 50 until you hit level 70, his stats don't change. At all. So
if we hit level 70, we had a problem.
We have done something very incorrect. Hey, it's an earth crystal. Are we gonna go open boxes? I bet we are.
I hope so.
I mean, it's a treasury. You have to go open it.
It's also an objective.
That means... Wait. What's the objective? Unlocking the treasury or going up Zot?
Going up Zot.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's a lot of effort. Oh, hey, sirens. Neat.
Grind solved.
Yep. We'll probably talk about that, you know, when it becomes relevant, but... For right now, no, we'll just buy sirens. There you go. Nice little 10 stack and call it a day.
I do like getting the earth crystal from Dwarf, because we're going to get to see Dark Knight Cecil again, even though he's been dispatched.
He's probably a hologram.
Oh, so he's like a famous rapper.
Yes.
Gotcha. Oh, we're not going to do the parking school meme. Parking school, airship school, parking ticket, parking authority. There we go. Words are hard, man.
They are. I'm still waiting for flight school to rear its head, but we're not there yet. I guess we should go give Sheila's pan back. Okay. Huh. Well, that's a thing.
Yeah. It's very interesting, because that gives us another objective in the Forge.
Mm-hmm.
It also gives us, I believe, an Excalibur if we come across a Cecil now. I don't think Super Smith is on, which is a fancy flag in the randomizer where you can get one of the Game Boy Advance items, which is a nice little flavor addition to the randomizer. But yeah, we'll see. Also, what is basically the best shop in the game, and see if there's things like Zeus gauntlets and more power shirts, Stardust rods, crystal rings, all of those sorts of things in that Forge shop.
Yep. And the most pressing question, and Doc just answered it, yes, we're robbing the old man.
I mean, the old man had a lightsaber, which we're probably going to sell for goods and services at the old man's shop.
That is true.
And he will be none the wiser to it.
Nope. What we got? Oh, yeah. Hey, look, there's a lot of those things you were talking about.
Yeah, I like the power shirts and crystal rings. They're very nice.
All right, we'll come back in a second and figure out what we're buying here. Complimentary X scale, thank you. Also doubles as a dart.
Yeah, with Zot being an objective, though, fairly likely
well could be, yeah. Up there.
And the Sand Ruby that we picked up from the pan. So there's likely a Cecil to be joining this team, and having 10 Sirens and also 10 key items, that's going to make grinding that Cecil up very easy. Why are 10 key items important in the randomizer, Martin?
Because everybody loves grinding for experience in RPGs, so we figured we'd make it easier.
Fair.
That was sarcasm. Nobody likes grinding for XP in RPGs.
I do.
It takes so long.
Levels
so no, basically what they
did
did was, so once you hit 10 key items, the amount of experience you get from every fight is now doubled. As a flag that can be turned on and off in the randomizer, but for all intents and purposes, it's on about 90+% of the time.
That's true. All right, we need chat to play a game. This is the interactive part of things.
Dance around the chocobo and try to catch it?
No, that's, well, yes, but no.
Okay.
Chat is going to play a game, and the game is called What Game is the Song Which is Randomized going to be from?
Tetris.
And we're going to give y'all quite a buffer here. It could, in fact, be Tetris, as Martin has said. You could guess, all sorts of things from, Xenogears to Legend of Zelda to Panel de Pon. You could even guess
Lunar.
things like the Weather Channel.
That's true. Lunar.
There's
Arcana.
Legally distinct. What is it? Game of Thrones. There's tons of stuff in the pool, and I do hope that Doc will sit there and play with the harp a little bit. He's usually a very good showman. And to answer a question from chat unrelated to the harp, where is Sid? He is sitting in the Tower of Wishes where he belongs.
Yeah, thrown away like a wet paper bag. Look, we couldn't throw away Edward. We had to do the, next best thing. So we threw away Sid. I might get in trouble for that. That's okay. Hey, why are we killing everyone off?
It's faster.
It is faster. There you go. Perished. Yep, could be Kirby.
My favorite part, though,
hockey.
Could be ice hockey. Game from ice hockey. My favorite part of this, though, is that we just get to keep talking. We don't actually have to stop talking over the harp. So people have to listen.
I feel like it's the correct thing to do, though. Be quiet, though.
Yeah, but by the time we stop talking, the harp's going to be, like, over.
Probably. Okay, chat is letting me down, Possum.
Why?
Because I'm not turning up the volume to find out what the song is. Nobody has said what it is yet. There we go. Ultima. There's a good game. Man, Ultima Exodus and Quest of the Avatar. Yeah, I used to play those a lot.
Well, here's a spicy meatball. Val has perfect magic defense anyway, but now she has double perfect magic defense. It's not a thing.
Mm-hmm. But we're still going to try and cast spells at her now. But wait, she's not spinning.
Yeah, so it'll still do reduced damage, but it'll work. Because 254 is not 255. That's how math works. I am smart.
You're a possum.
I'm the smartest possum you know.
It's actually true. Hey, that's a package. That's a character check, too. That we're not sitting through.
That's a Cecil.
I'm not, no. Look, if it's a Sid, we're not sitting through it.
No, we wouldn't sit through it for anyone but Cecil.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe we do a hard pivot. Maybe Palom.
Reflect strats on Adam and Cup. I like it.
Sure, why not? That was a thing back in the day.
I mean, a couple of...
Am I the only possum he met? Yes. Yes, that is an accurate statement.
I know a lot of possums.
Only the ones you see on the news, and usually that's not for a good reason.
Depends how much you follow Texas Tech football.
That too. All right, what do we have? I saw a sword. Okay. Okay. Okay.
Very interesting treasury.
Yeah. No what we call tier 8s, but there were some usable items in there.
Yeah, the double Stardust Rod is actually quite interesting as well because it lends some credence to your idea of reflect strats.
Mm-hmm.
Stardust Rod is plus 15 wisdom, which is effectively 4 extra spell multipliers. That's, in layman's terms, a lot of extra juice.
Yeah. We also have a pair of old men that would actually make them almost usable.
Or we can have Iridia who's getting plus 33 wisdom?
I'll make her... So Iridia unfortunately exhibits a lot of the same problems that Fu does. I know I'm comparing a small child to an old man, but they're both terrible when they have access to nuke. Unless they have a lot of equipment to go with it.
Yeah, they're both not Palom, is the TLDR on that.
Yeah. Going straight up? Yep. I mean, you've got 2 Fus. Like, is there anything that stops you at this point? I mean, unless you're Possum and you forget to heal and you're at 1 HP and you open the Flame Dog chest on accident, no, you're fine.
Man, I do that one time and lose 5.5 minutes.
But look, where do you think memes start from, Possum?
That's fair.
Yeah. It's like,
Rydia,
Plague
Media.
Spots having 27,834 HP. You know, that's the thing.
It's okay.
Yeah.
We've all done just fine.
Boy, have we done some things. Funny, the more you play this game, like, was it you say? The more you play this game, the more creative ways you find to die.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Speaking of, I hope we find CPU somewhere.
Well, I don't want it to be here because one Meteor takes care of it.
Fair.
Yeah.
But yeah, CPU, you know, for those who've seen a lot of free enterprise over the years, the more creative you get with it and the more cheeky you try to save seconds, you can lose minutes.
Yes.
It's very entertaining when it all goes wrong.
That poor turtle.
Ah,
Yeah,
yes.
see, even with the Stardust Rod, 6,500 damage. Yay.
In his defense, it's after midnight.
There's no defense. I don't care if it's 8 a.m. He still does 6,500. He probably does less. Hey, it's a bard.
It's also that DKC we already dispatched. It's your hologram.
It's a hologram that cast a lightning bolt that, ow, tickled. Well, we don't have a spoon, so that means the bard is, well, sad bard noises.
Would you say he's barred from the party?
Yes, very much so. But, hello, Quack Kid. All right, we have 10 sirens.
I don't think we're taking him.
You know, I mean, look, with him with nothing on is better than Rydia.
Yeah, but she's got Bahamut.
Yeah, him with nothing on is better. His quack is better than, yeah.
The fans love Rydia. Gotta give the fans what they want.
I would say the fans love Sid, but no, it's just the fan loves Sid.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's one.
There's always one. Fun interaction there. The full moon that we used with Edge here actually does reduce damage to elements in the second form because it resists flying because reasons. Go spaghetti code.
Yay, we're through and through the mystical art of fast forwarding. We're going to skip all this cutscene and poof, we're going to be in Barrack.
So I wonder, are we going to go to Barren Basement? Are we going to go to Feymarch? Are we going to go to the moon?
Stay tuned on the next episode of Dragon Ball Z. No, that's probably DMCable too.
There's actually a lot of interesting choices to be made from here. Might just be grinding a little bit. Going underground, grind a little, do maybe the Feymarch.
Yeah.
Just, it's a really weird seed the way that it's kind of laid out with characters, because you really, really, really want a Cecil at some point, and he is not appearing in the seed, which unfortunately can be the case sometimes.
It's an egg. That's not going to do 1800, but he will. So yeah, eggs have, what, 1820 HP?
I think it's 1800 flat.
It's 1800-ish. Just
I'm
don't
gonna
do
keep,
under 1800.
Yeah.
Otherwise, the dragon comes out.
I'm going to keep track of how many back attacks we get for science.
Uh-huh. You realize, Possum, you're like the only person that has that problem.
Yep.
Yeah. And I know what you're all thinking. How do you get surprised by an egg? I'll let Possum answer that question.
Because they're sneaky. Come on, haven't you ever gone to like make an omelet and you take out the eggs and then you're gonna make like the rest of the meal as well, and you put everything on the counter and then you forget where you put the eggs, and then you turn back around and it's like, oh gosh, it's no, okay.
No.
Well, just imagine that your omelets are in the wild. Your eggs are in the wild, and you're not in a kitchen, but you're cooking over molten lava.
Are we like
I probably lost everybody.
Or what? Oh, yeah. Where are we going with this?
This is probably some version of like FF4 Survivor.
Oh, okay.
Spoiler: Tella doesn't live.
I'm not surprised.
He cast the Meteo. Speaking of which, we haven't seen any Meteos yet.
No, we haven't.
Paging Dr. Cossack, need more Meteo.
At least one. Bonus points if it's against Z.
Ooh, what if only Meteo is cast against Z and that's how we kill Z?
Do you know how many I had to do that?
I'm gonna guess 11 based on math. I know it'd be 12, wouldn't it?
And it was 12. A counter every single time. Yeah.
Well, and it's a weak counter, right?
Yes.
Not a...
Yes.
Yeah, because it's holy damage.
Yes.
Instead of... Yeah.
Yes.
It's
also,
a mess.
It powers up the ensuing Big Bang, too. Yeah, it's a great time.
Yeah. Great in air quotes.
Uh-huh. Hey, coffins. Paging Palrom.
Yay. All right, who's on the Lunar Dais? Cecil or not Cecil?
Not Cecil.
I hope it's Porum to go with the coffins we just bought for reasons.
Yes.
I will be happy if that is the case. Where would you go from here on the moon, Martin?
There you go.
Yay. I have an emote for that.
Yes, you do. I think he's doing this for you.
I think he's doing this for an anchor and he's going full reflect strats.
Well, I mean, you could do that too. I mean, hey, back in the days of Adamant Cup, you take out these two foos and you put in a real mage like, Palom. And this was kind of the party. Like, this is how you ran it.
Yeah, I was a big fan of Cecil, Rosa, Palom, and an anchor. That was my Adamant Cup dream team.
Yeah. Veil user and a pair of very large spellcasters, and away we go.
I do enjoy that the contingency of Kane lovers in chat is now extremely upset that we have dispatched Kane, who had his best weapon, I might add, in the Avenger, as well as having a power shirt to go with it.
You know what's sad? You couldn't see who that boss was, could you?
No.
No. Man, we're going to blame cropping for that. So, once again, we're blaming Canada. Thank you, Canada. Appreciated.
It's always Canada's fault.
It is. For all the 3 people in chat in Canada, not sorry. I know there's at least one because I've seen him talking.
I heard that this time of year, speaking of breakfast food, that Montreal bagels are a wonderful thing.
I wonder why they limited themselves by calling them Montreal bagels.
I don't know.
Why couldn't they just be like a full-blown Canadian bagel?
No, I don't know.
Yeah. Important questions.
Also, with all the gearing we're doing, okay, I was going to say this has to be something awful.
Nailed it.
And it is. It is Baigen. Yeah, this is a terrible fight. This is actually a losable fight.
Yes. Someone's going to get punched really hard and probably die.
Yeah, some ones, in fact.
Yes.
So, what we were talking about earlier with like magic bosses and physical bosses and all that, this is tied for the punchiest spot in the game. And there's not one, not two, but three enemies on screen that will punch. Yep. Baigen, the arm, and the other arm. And there's a punch, and Porum does not
deleted.
Have 3,000 health.
Edge ain't far behind.
Yeah, this is a really gross spot to have to deal with this fool. Thankfully, you remove the arms, it gets a lot better. Yeah. But boy howdy, a rude awakening.
Until the arms come back.
Yeah, well. And this is good tech use by Doc here to reflect the nuke off of the person who got the wall on them.
Yep.
Since Baigen responds to magic by putting up walls, you can reflect kill basically from there. And we have arms coming back.
Arms about to go away.
Well, Bahamut's got a bit of a delay. I think it's going to fire in time, though. I hope it's going to fire in time.
Well, one of the arms goes away.
Should be fine to get through this. Well, not Edge, though. Bahamut does work here, though. Bahamut penetrates shields as well. Using Bahamut on the Bahamut spot, Doc gets through. Realistically, probably the hardest fight in the game that he's going to come across. Zeromus will not be that difficult. That Baigen fight is very frightening. Yeah, I dare say that 3,000 damage punch that Porum took is probably more aggressive than a coffin.
I mean, they both end with the same result.
But one's got a bigger number.
That is true. Reasons why we need break damage limit. Sometimes you just want to see the big numbers, and I would really love to see what the true numbers of some things are.
I want to see a triple heroin robe Cecil with a crystal sword against my Lunzi.
Yeah. Or, you know, how about, like, Medio at an actual, like, Medio at CPU?
Oh, like Medio at the Ogopogo spot?
Yeah, that would work.
Where it would do, like, all of the damages. Yeah, no. I don't need 27 rolls at 800 damage.
Look, hey. Sometimes you just want to see, hey, cool, I just took 26,000 damage. And I have 1,100 HP. It's like, can I get to 26,000? No.
To my knowledge, the most damage that you can take is 42,000. No, actually it would be 65,000, wouldn't it? If Wyvern uses Explode and Witchburn is on at the element spot. Yep.
That would
I think you would take 65,000 damage.
Yeah. Bonus points, it probably would target Porum because, you know, yeah.
So Doc's objective is Crystal Sword here. Is he going Crystal Sword or Bottom of the Moon?
I mean, do your objectives forehead? That never leads to, like, key items that allow you to finish the game. Ever.
Fair.
Yeah.
I'm going to say Bottom of the Moon, then.
Okay.
if Doc taught me anything about this game, you gotta do everything anyway in Adamant Cup, so just do the densest stuff.
Sure.
Chat says, if you only have 110 HP, does any damage over 111 matter?
Yes.
I mean, yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah.
I want over 9,000 damage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, look, if you've ever played Disgaea before, you understand what big numbers means. Those numbers get out of hand.
I mean, if you've ever played Final Fantasy X, you want big numbers too.
There you go. I mean, yeah, you could do that. I don't know, usually I just Yojimbo'd everything and they just died.
That's fair. Hey, this is a fight that a Mute Knife would help for, Quake is good for, Meteo is good for, Bahamut is good. We better see a Meteo. This is the fight for a Meteo.
Yep. You know what's better than one Meteo?
2?
Yep.
I will pull out my Dylan Thomas here and rage against the dying of the light until we see a Meteo.
You know what we should have casted Meteo against? A behemoth.
Storm.
Yeah. Cindy is not long for this world.
No. No Meteo.
Bad.
Sad commentators.
Yeah. Sorry, we're trying. What's in the boxes? And why is it probably a shiny stick for the guy we don't have? Well, I mean, that's a shiny stick for a guy we don't have.
I like to call that combination a spoon veil.
Yeah. Yeah, that works.
It's my second favorite portmanteau. Can't talk about my favorite.
Uh-huh. PG, awesome, PG.
I know.
Yeah,
That's why I can't talk. Hey, Ogo Pogo.
This is actually a little bit nasty, because one spot actually does hit fairly hard. And you're not exactly direct casting spells against this guy. Whoops, bye. Next. Oh, we're sure as heck gonna summon against it. Hey, Possum, why is casting and summoning against this guy a bad idea?
I mean, because we're gonna die.
Well, we're gonna die. It also counters. You cast direct magic at it or summon it, counters with Blaze, and that is a quarter of your HP that gets deleted.
Yeah. This is where having twin magic would help, because it doesn't counter twin magic.
That's true.
For reasons.
That's true.
Mainly that you'd never have Palom or Porum when you fought this thing.
Also, yes, that's accurate.
Right.
I like Chat's idea. If you get overkilled, you can't bring him back. Do it like D&D.
I have a better idea. Turn them into zombies. I know I'll still find a way to make it work.
Yeah. There's definitely ways you can make it fly. So yeah, as people are noticing, this is, once again, we're back to Doc actually knowing how to play the game and play it well. Even fully anchored, and having the best possible setup for this, and this Ogopogo is still like, nah, I'm not having this.
Yeah, the, what is it, Canadian Nope Noodle? Is that what we call Ogopogo for some reason?
Yeah.
I think that's what it's called.
It's a mythical thing up in Canada.
Yeah. Ogopogo is a jerk. There's a reason it's the last boss you fight before Zeromus in the vanilla game.
Yep.
But Doc gets through it. Ogopogo is weak to Berserk, as I like to say. Basically, yes, you can cast on it like Doc did, but that edge was just zooming and dealing a lot of damage when he wasn't taking a nap. So Doc handled that very well. Again, one of the harder fights in the game.
Mm-hmm. I have a feeling we're going down to one of the hardest spots in the game, though.
Yeah. We fought Ogopogo, now we get to go to Ogopogo's house.
Yeah, so funny thing about this spot, it doesn't have the highest physical, it doesn't have the highest magic, but
actually
it's
does have the
about
highest magic.
90% of both. So no matter what's here, there are certain fights that can get really colorful here. But for the most part, whatever's here is going to hurt.
Yeah, the physical is like 65, 70%.
Oh, wait.
It's not going to hurt.
Oh, wait.
Medio.
Plan Q.
Wait, no, so hold on. This is actually a really cool thing. If you time it right, you can go Medio, Bahamut.
Yep. And the fight.
And you can get all three to basically go off.
Yep.
Now, the issue here is Doc queued up the Bahamut early. Bahamut has a delay of 6 ticks to execute. Medio is 20. So these Medios are basically not going to fire, sadly, unless other people get targeted. CPU is going to do an attack called Globe 199, and people are going to die.
Yes.
And it's not going to be like a little bit of death, it's like quad 9 death.
Yeah, this is one of those where break damage limit comes in play, because this orb coming down would do like 40,000 damage. Yeah. It would be bad.
Yep,
like
goodbye,
that number
Edge.
you see, it ain't done. Your HP bar is still going down.
We do get a Medio, thank you, Doc. We get
Yay!
to see rocks.
Medio count 1. Unfortunately,
no
Medio
second
count 2
Medio.
just got deleted.
We got our Medio, though. We're happy.
Yep. Now we just have to figure out how we're finishing this fight. Because, yeah, there goes Edge again. Bye.
Bahamut. And the wall might have dropped here. Oh, we only have 11 MP, though. Uh-oh.
We have elixirs. Elixir? We have no elixirs.
I'm to pull out... Okay, so Edge needs to come back here, and then we need to dart the spoon.
Yes. Or the X-Cow.
Yeah, either one.
Yeah. Alright, so 2 people are gonna die. Good part is somebody's gonna live.
It's not Edge.
It's not Edge.
Poor Edge.
It's having a Monday. Yeah, firebomb it. I think this shuts it down?
Probably. It's doing a ton of damage.
Yeah. We just need that to not continue healing.
Well, doing 9,000, healing 3,000. We're coming out net 6.5 to 7. Yeah,
okay.
We're good. Now, there's a much safer way to do that fight.
Yeah, but that was way more fun.
But that was indeed way more fun, so thank you, Doc, for
for
showing off creative ways to nearly lose fights.
Yeah. Like you said, there are ways to do that fast, but boy, that can go off the rails in a second.
And hey, we got to do an orb grind.
Yeah.
And Rydia learned Nuke.
Yeah. She didn't learn Medio, though. We are sad. That's okay. If we're around for her to learn Medio, something else is going completely wrong.
I mean, if we learned Medio on Rydia, it just means I'd be playing, not Doc.
Also, look, I didn't want to... Okay, fine.
Math is hard.
So for context, people, Rydia learns Medio or Nuke at level 50. It's 1 million experience to get her a Nuke. It's 2.06 million to get her a Medio. So yes, if we're all here for that, oof. I mean, I've 17 out of 17 these seats before, and I mean, yeah, she could get Medio. It ain't likely.
Yeah, the likeliest would be an alternate gauntlet somewhere on the moon.
We've already seen.
Yeah.
Sadly.
But one of the reasons why reflect strats, and we'll kind of get into, we talked a lot about Zerkers early on and how the expectation would be you'd normally do Zerker strats on this flag set, but we got a lot of really good caster gear, so Doc has opted to go with casters. One of the cool things about casters, as we see a fight this is actually very relevant for, they don't get a lot of counters, because when you go ahead and reflect spells, all counter scripts are disabled for bosses. This includes things like HP refills, which would happen with the final boss Zeromus. So it's very, very interesting how you're basically able to shortchange a ton of stuff in this game by doing reflect strats.
Mm-hmm. Someday Fu will do real damage. Today is not that day. Neither is tomorrow, or a week from now.
Yeah, it is interesting. We have, this is Adamant Cup, and we haven't seen any Adamant armors.
No!
And
gone?
Doc has done a fair number of trap chests. He's gotten things like samurai arrows and power shirts, and like those are neat. But
yeah, and Hanzo.
Like, where's the goods, man?
Yeah.
So Doc has completed Cave Bahamut, the Tower of Zot, the Forge, the Crystal Sword Altar. So he needs to do the Super Cannon Room, the Sealed Cave, and turn in the Pink Tail. I believe he has the Luca key. I don't think he has the Tower key.
No. All right, once again, we go to Wyvern Standard Time. Why? Because Wyvern likes to show up, and the one time you don't do it is the one time it shows up, you're like, oh, and then you're dead.
Well, and this spot is particularly awkward as well because you can't do something called run buffering, where you would be able to kind of cheat an action in before because the level at this spot in vanilla is too high. Anything that's level like 97, 8, or 9, there's extra ticks added to the ATB system to, for lack of a better term, kind of screw over the player, where you're not allowed to do anything until the boss gets a chance to start first. This, however, is not Wyvern, so...
You know what works great here?
Yeah.
Media.
I was going to say a Moonveil and a Bacchus one.
He didn't have MP. So sad. And yes, a Moonveil's fun. For anybody wondering why we talk about Moonveils, I give it the short version. So Moonveils basically make you immune to physical damage for the entire fight. And basically put up a wall on you that lasts twice as long as the Starveil does. The bad part about that is if the big doll comes out and it uses glance goes through, confuses you, you can't knock yourself out of being confused. So you soft lock the fight.
Hey,
it's
that's
hilarious.
A pigtail.
Everybody should try at least once. And then not save for 20 minutes, and then we say, congratulations, you did a tie ball.
You know you've made it in life when you're a unit of measurement.
Yep. A noun, an adjective, and a verb, all in one video game. It's pretty good.
So Doc is now just a tower key away from go mode, has picked up a pink tail, has a Luca key, so he can go get an adamant armor. I expect that will be the very first thing he does when he gets back to the blue planet, would be to turn in that pink tail. I could be proven wrong, of course, but I know that would be the first thing on my mind anyway, would be, let me get that adamant armor.
Yeah, it almost makes Fu a viable caster.
Almost.
We're getting closer. Hey, should we tell anyone why adamant armors are great and why they're terrible at the same time?
They're terrible because they don't let you cast float on your characters in battle.
I was going a completely different route with that possum.
They're adamant armors, so therefore they're stubborn?
No.
I got nothing.
Okay. We'll talk about it when he actually goes and gets the adamant armor.
Yeah, I guess we're doing Barren Basement, which makes sense. We're still going to be plenty strong enough to do this.
Yeah.
I'm just a greed lord, and I want the adamant armor, and I want it now. It's like, you know, my annuity.
You have an annuity?
No, but if I had one, I'd want that
okay.
money, and I need that money, and I want it now. I don't know how that thing goes.
I mean, you're a possum. Can you actually spell annuity?
Oh, heavens no.
Okay.
I think it starts with an A. There you go. That's as much as I got.
Okay, there you go. Bahamut teaching us lessons in counting. We get to 5. That's
Did
about
we get
as
to
far as
4?
we get is 5. Yeah, there's no 4.
No.
Nope, just 5.
Bahamut's application to Sesame Street has been denied.
Mm-hmm. Wow. Boy, that brings back memories.
That's possible on Adamant Cup?
Yeah, tier 4.
Huh.
That's
That's
like
got to be like a 5%.
Low percentage exists.
It's been a while since I played with T Wildish, which is the treasure setting that's on this, but yeah, that's an aggressive low roll by the game there.
Yep. So yeah, what's left? Luca and the March?
Keyless Tower?
Ugh. Keyless Towers never burn me. Ever. We know who's up there. It's a free fight.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, I don't hate doing Keyless Tower, because if it pops out the tower key like it does in Vanilla, then, well, you're already here.
You're a genius. Yeah. Unfortunately, when it coughs up a longsword, you're going to be like, cool, I have a pair of... Wait a minute.
Worst part about that is you can't even dart longswords.
No, you can't. Unfortunately, we also can't reset because he didn't save.
Yeah, don't need to save.
Also, if he's within the sound of my voice, please don't reset when this is a zonk. Because, yeah, nobody's done that. It's like, huh, did I save or not? Yeah, we'll just reset anyways, and you get sent back like a tie ball. Alright, which one are they? Baron Guards or the other ones?
I'm going to say Baron Guards.
Yeah, that's fair. There you go.
Nice.
You know what you could do here? You could just sit here and cast Meteo and put down your controller and have a drink.
True.
Mm-hmm.
Could also cast Bahamut and do the same thing.
She could short the Bahamut.
Unlikely with her gear.
I mean, did you see the orb fight? The back
Fair,
orb was only
did,
taking
like,
9,400, and that would actually leave one of these alive. Look, sometimes you have a Monday. Quad 9s ain't guaranteed, unless you're Palom, and then you really have to try really hard not to. I think she heard us. She put forth effort.
She's just happy that she's not napping.
I'm not saying it.
Hey, Martin.
No, where's Solaris?
We can get underground now. Yay.
he does it so much better. It's like devoid of all like life and emotion.
I know.
Yeah.
I legitimately love that meme. I think I'm party of one on that.
I'm actually really sure you're party of one on that.
The magma key not going to be helpful, is what we're talking about, by the way. So yeah,
the good news is at least we're not throwing it down the volcano.
we can
going to brain some dwarf in the process.
No, but we can throw it down there, and then it'll say, "Oh, well, that's gone."
Yep.
10 out of 10 would recommend doing that at least once for anyone who ever plays the randomizer. Just throw the key down the well after you've already kind of blown it up with the hook route, and it'll give you a fun little message.
Yep. Yeah, the Rando's got a few things built into it that are pretty funny. You know, like the Job Dwarf. Job Dwarf is funny. I'm still waiting for the one time where I go up to the Job Dwarf and he's like, I am unemployed.
I haven't had that one yet.
I hope it exists.
You know my favorite part about Sealed Cave, Martin?
Doors.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, no rope of shame. Oh. For anybody wondering, everybody, when they walk through that door at least once in their lifetime, holds down and they hit the rope. That's the rope of shame. The rule of the rope of shame is you have to open the treasure chest that's all by its lonesome over there. That's your punishment. We're not saving. That's brazen.
I like it.
Until it's exactly wyvern. And then, yes, I realize you'll like it even more.
Hey, Martin, I just thought of something.
When's the last time Doc saved?
No.
Oh.
Well, maybe. Did we get the freaky item?
Yeah, he went bedward the first time.
Oh, did he? Okay, I think I missed that while we were working on audio stuff.
Well, that is not wyvern, so we're off the hook.
So
sadly, we can't short this fight, though. We lack a very important variable to that.
So this means the Fey March has the tower key?
Something, yeah. Is that the
Tower
last item out
key
there?
and a nothing? Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Well, everyone gets the full experience.
Huh.
All the
17
checks.
out of 17 and Adamant Cup flag. Yep, it's a day that ends in Y.
Right?
Yep.
I mean, we talked about that it colloquially became known as the Do Everything flag set, and, well, we're going to get to do everything or everything minus one check. So,
Yep.
a testament to Doc that he's going to still be able to hit estimate while doing every check in the game.
Yeah.
So, well done.
Now, I am an old school Binding of Isaac player, so I'm hashtag Team Go Left. So I'm going to say do the octopus. Also,
Octopus
you know what's
is
on the
punchy,
right
though.
because we've seen the other ones.
Yeah.
Well, okay, we're missing one of them. It's a 50-50.
I thought it has to be Paladin. Oh, it could be Wyvern. Right.
Yeah.
Good point.
Yeah.
Well, if it's Pale Dim, you don't summon against it because it quakes and you have a real bad day at that spot.
Yeah.
And if it's Wyvern, then, well...
Fortunately, there's a save point about 30 steps away.
Yeah. Which Doc will be using, I would be nearly certain of.
Yeah. Oh, are we staying in the Marriott, though? Yes, we are. I affectionately call this
1,200.
place the Marriott. It is the most expensive inn in the game.
The Fay Marriott, as it were.
Yes. Not to be confused with Baron Inn and the Motel 6.
All right, we got the inn stay. We are not going to Battle Speed 6, so I think that Team Left Twix is going to win here. I mean, Binding of Isaac left. I mean, whatever.
Always go left. I think we're still on 6.
That might be. Yeah.
I'm looking at the delay between turns, and it's like, I think we are on 6. Oh, don't murder the child. What did the child do?
Existed.
Didn't you buy coffins?
Those are for the Zeromus fight.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, by the way, this spot hits really hard.
Yeah.
It's okay, though. We have a lot of nuke casters. It'll be fine. It might die.
It's
Ooh,
alright.
still being mediocre as always.
The last time I cast a coffin on Porum, she ended up nuking my party indirectly, so, you know.
Oh, oops.
Yeah. Zombies fun.
Yep.
Ow.
That's about what I expected.
Wait, was that 2,592
Uh-huh.
damage he took, and that's how much HP he has?
Yeah, huh?
That's a really weird coincidence, man.
Yeah.
I don't know how I feel about that.
It's alright. It'll be over soon. It's over about now. Alright, is this our tower key?
Looks like it is. It means we're never going to find out what the sparkle is.
Yep.
Oh,
and
man.
the inevitable inventory boss. Oh boy. Okay, just throw away all those useless things. You know, Sid, the spoon. I mean, what?
No, I think you're right. Now,
Oh,
keep
okay.
the spoon. That's a good dart. But the Sid,
That's
yes, Sid
actually
can
true.
go.
Yeah. All right, one more time. Now, the one good thing about at least all of this is it did end up tripping on the pass in our travels.
Yeah, the pass basically repurposing the Troya Club, Troya Private Club, Troya
Yeah.
Gentlemen's Club, whatever you want to call it, from the vanilla game. That basically has been repurposed into a direct pathway to Zeromus. So instead of having to go all the way down the lunar subterrane one more time, Doc will simply be able to not have to
Hey.
worry about that. And we will find out what the sparkle was. This is
Exactly
Wyvern.
right now. Wait a minute. This might be bad.
No, we just virus and it dies.
Oh, we're still on 6. Okay, never mind. We're
Yeah.
good.
That means Pale Dim was in the Famer, so we found out anyway. Yay! There
Yay! Yeah, if you weren't on Battle Speed 6 there, let's say you were on 1 and you had that dramatic pause of going in the menu, you're dead.
we go. Maybe.
Well, that spot
Depends
is
how many
not
rolls are
that
at this
fast.
spot. Well, actually, that spot's like 18 to 21 agility. It's actually faster than you think. And it also, I just don't know if it has 1 or 2 rolls. That's the question. And like Rydia probably dodges because at this point she's got so much in the way of willpower and wisdom that she probably dodges one roll. The Fusoyas might still explode, but we're probably fine with Iridia there. It'd be a good science experiment, but not in a marathon.
I so want a copy of the seed, and I want to have you do it.
Okay.
Because I know exactly how it would go.
Yeah, I would not dodge anything, and then I would die.
No, you wouldn't. What do you mean the spot only has 2 rolls? Wait, why did I just get a 3rd? Huh.
But that is going to be objective number 6 completed for Doc. He's going to go turn his pink tail in and then go ahead and proceed onward to fighting the big bad final boss. And much like the harp song was randomized, in this particular case it was Stones from Ultima, the Zeromus sprite is also randomized. So if chat wants to play along, this is chat interaction time number 2. Chat, if you have any guesses what game or series or direct boss you think Zeromus might be, this is a good time to start getting your guesses in. The most likely statistical boss to show up would be Sephiroth. I think there's 7 of them in the pool. So, you know, could be lots of different things that show up. Hopefully we get a cool one.
And if that's too much effort, we can simplify it. You know, 1, does the boss have a butt? Or 2, does it have a hat? Very simple yes or no questions to those. There are bosses that have neither.
Few and far between.
I'm pretty sure your sprite doesn't have either or.
It's got a butt. Doesn't have a hat.
Can't exactly see it though.
Oh, you're talking about the other. Gotcha. Yeah.
Yeah.
I forgot. Multiple. Yeah. My bad.
Yeah, that one.
We have Grumus. We have Smithy. We have Wygraf. Wygraf. I don't know how to pronounce that. Do they ever actually pronounce it in Final Fantasy Tactics? I don't think they do.
I don't. Tactics gets no love from anything, so I just assume it. Short of the game, it doesn't exist. No, I don't play other video games where tactics should be a major part of it and never show up. No, I know what you're talking about. Oh, kamikazes. No! Are you really doing a Z-Fight if you're not blowing yourself up? Come on!
I mean, it's where you would want to have Yang instead of Edge.
Yeah. Wait, did you just say Sid?
Did I?
I don't know. Did you?
I said Yang.
Oh, okay.
I was thinking about Sid. Get out of my brain, man.
Oh, okay. Just checking.
We have Deal With It Mus, Bicmus, lot of Jalomus. Jalomus is a hilarious one. Lots of different things being called out from chat. I'm gonna say I want to see. So let's see Dustymus.
I was gonna go there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Because then that way, like, I think you were, top 4 in Adamant Cup, and I won it, and Dusty was top 4. Oh, okay. Well, the whole thing is, like, it would have been, a lot of cool representation. We could also get something creepy, like Moonmus or Wrinklemus. We could get something super memey, like Mayomus or Hummusmus. Hummus? Whatever. There's lots of options, y'all.
Yeah, well, it says Nier makes an appearance in this. Nier Automata. Yeah. There's a sprite from that in here. I like queuing up the white prior to using the veil. Alright, survey says. Well,
That's Mario and Luigi something. I forget exactly which game.
I'll take your word for it. Also, that shook really fast.
It did.
Wow. Well, Iridia putting a nuke in its faces will trigger the counter on the nerf, so that's good. But yeah, that was really fast.
Oh, important question from chat. Is that a hat? That is a hat.
That is a
saying
hat.
It's a hat.
Yeah. Oh no, foo! Anyway. He might actually walk this off. I mean, we know who's not walking this off.
Forum.
Bye, Porom.
Spoon.
Oh, that's dangerous. Did you just see what I saw?
What?
That he's got warp in spot 1.
Yeah, I saw that. That's fine.
Things that most free enterprise runners have done. Accidentally cast warp during a Z fight.
Was that a 4,400 damage nuke from Foo? That is
Average.
really sad.
Normal. Well, that's the one he had geared for the white casting.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
That's
he
fair.
put on a lunar staff and a white shirt for that exact reason. So. I hope he was counting. He was counting.
It appears that Dr. Cossack can count.
Yay!
GG Sadak!
GG. Hey, we should probably say something about that skip really quick.
Oh, yeah.
So, Possum alluded to it earlier. The short version is, reflected damage does not trigger counters. Z's refill is a counter. So as long as your final damage to the fight is direct and kills it, you're fine. So, yeah, reflect stuff and then throw big darts. There you go.
Yeah, no, that was pretty much it.
Yeah. So, yeah, GG's to Doc. Very, very, very well played there. And we saw Meteos.
Yep.
Yeah. I'd say overall, very good run.
Yeah. Very well done by Doc. And coming in just a smidge underestimate, making sure that we can have Markyard get his runs taken care of as well. I think he's got Congo's Caper and Yoshi's Island coming up.
Nice.
I know that I know Markyard through a fellow Final Fantasy IV for Enterprise player, actually, and saw Markyard first running. It was like Mystical Ninja or something. Runs a lot of different games. Really cool guy coming up. So, thank you, Doc, for letting me do comms with Martin. It's always a super fun time. And thanks SpeedGaming for having us. I don't really have too much else, Martin, Doc.
I'm good. I'll leave the stage to Doc.
Okay.
If Doc has anything to say. Before we get yarded out of here.
I'm going to say silence means we're good. So thank
There
you
we
again,
go.
everyone. And y'all have a great rest of your night. Bye, friends, and thanks again. Good luck,
Bye.
everyone, in the rest of the marathon.
Hi, my name is Markyard44. Tonight, I'm going to be running Congo's Caper for the Super Nintendo. And, yeah, without further ado, let's get started. 3, 2, 1, go. So time starts on first movement with this game, so we have a negative countdown. The menus, you can hold down the button to just progress. Now the first thing I want to show off is the roll. That is a standard roll, the way the game intends. But you can do a quick roll by quickly performing like a left-right or a right-left, depending which way you want to go. And that's one of the main tech in the game, although not exactly required. Now, the second part for this level, we're going to be collecting these rubies, or just little red balls. They're going to let us power up later. Now, this is the second trick. You can store rolls. It turns out